First thing you got to do is you got to understand the barbecues are very simple. Okay, I've already built like 8, 9 of them, and probably a dozen really. And I got it down to a science. It's so easy. When I first started, I was like, oh my God, dude, barbecue, like what? Like I was so confused. Guys, it's so simple. Like I'm going to show you how simple it is. You're going to be like, oh my God. How do you even build it? Where do you start? What kind of materials do you use? Where do you go to buy the grill? Where do you go buy the doors? Where do you go buy the fridge? Okay, remember that big $300,000 job I did on the hill with the winery? Like the guy had a keg and he had a big, like a U-shaped. It was sick. How do you get the boxes, the doors, the grills, the drawers, the kegs, the fridges, the ice makers? Like all these things are like, oh, the electrician, the gas guy. How do you get all that hooked up, right? How do you get the granite guy to come out? There's a lot of things that go along with this. But the most important thing you have to understand is you do not have to know how to build it. That's not your job. Your job is how to manage it. That's it. You are a manager. If you haven't noticed, the only thing I'm good at is managing shit. That's it. Look at these hands. Look, see these little, zoom in. Little baby hands, you know? Some people say your hands are vaginal. And I say, well, thank you very much. It's a very good compliment. Very much. Thank you. So I don't have calluses on my hands. I don't work. I don't need to work. When I do work, I wear gloves. Okay? So if you're like, well, I need to do it because I'm a man. Well, you can do it. That's fine. So I'm going to teach you how to manage it, and then you can build it yourself, and you can send me videos and all that stuff. So first thing you got to do, number one, is you have to understand we first need the measurements. Like, what's the size of the barbecue? Okay, the barbecue that we built right here, this one, it goes, we had our space. So I came to the homeowner and we're like, hey, what do we do? He said, this is the space. I have 5 feet here, and then he wants to jot out 5 feet this way. Okay, very simple. Now, I know for a fact that I need a 60-inch, you follow me? A 60-inch cabinet and another 60-inch cabinet, 5 and 5. So now we know our measurements. Then we got to find out what to use. So I use something called building blocks. It's from El Dorado, and you can see it's eldoradostone.com. Literally all you got to do is just Google El Dorado Stone. And it's going to pop up right here. You click on this bad boy. Done, right? Then you go, you scroll down, and you do outdoor living. Now they also have fire bowls too. These are very cool fire bowls. I'll show you just for now. These fire bowls are very sweet. You just literally place an order. You take them out of the box. You've guys seen these. I've installed many of these. They're like $3 grand, $3,500. I charge $1,500 to install. So if something is $3,000, I charge $1,500 to install. If it's propane, if it's natural gas, it's going to be more, obviously, because you got to run the line. But simple. You buy these, you take them out of the box, you're done. You pick the color, that's it. Super simple. All right, here are the colors. You got black, gray, travertine, sand. That's it. Moving on. Going back. Outdoor living. Click on this. Okay, right here, you go to building blocks. Very simple. Keeping this real simple. Boom, we're here. Building blocks. Hallelujah. All right, so now that we know these come in many different shapes, sizes, everything, right? We have a 48-inch cabinet. We have a 36-inch cabinet. And keep in mind, it's 30 inches deep, 36 inches tall. And then we have 48 inches long. We have 36 inches long. We got 24 inches long. We got 12 inches long. That's it. That's it. And then there's other options. Obviously, there's a 60-inch. That's the one we need. We'll get back to that in a little bit. I'm just going to run through this page with you so you understand everything. And then we have a cabinet with a 10-inch a bar high cabinet with a 10-inch cantilever. Cantilever is that little thing that sticks out for you to rest your elbows on. It's this thing. See? This. The chair goes underneath. This is called a cantilever. Okay, let me put you back. We good? You paying attention? Good. So that is what a cantilever is. And this thing is 40 inches plus 2. See the 2? So it's 42 inches. 40 inches deep. Those, I don't really like installing those, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you in a little bit. And then there's a 36-inch cabinet with a 2-inch lip, so it's 40 inches. And then 10-inch cantilever, blah, 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 60-inch. And then we got corners, okay? Corners, if you're going for an L, you have to get, let's say, a 60-inch. And then you need to get one of these. You need to get a 90-inch corner cabinet. Right there. So the 60-inch plugs in, then you get a corner, and then another 60. These things literally bolt together. These things are hella easy. Look at these bolts. Okay? You need 4 bolts. If you want to attach a 60 to a corner, you need 4 bolts to attach that. And then you want to go attach the corner to another 60, you need another 4 bolts. So you need 8 bolts. In this case, in the case of our barbecue that we're building, remember, the one that's in this picture right here, we needed no bolts. Nothing. And I'll tell you why. These bolts are basically fit exactly. Exact fit. I'll get into that a little bit later. You have an appliance bracket. I mean, you can read all this. The vents are very important. You definitely need vents. And then there's end caps. So in order to fill these holes in, you need an end cap. You literally take the end cap, you put it in, and you put thin set or glue, whatever you want. And all this stuff, that stuff, it doesn't matter. So this right here is called a raised backsplash. Now, I'm going to give you a little rundown on this and why I like doing these better. Because you see this is a 4-inch lip right here. And these things you can install on a regular box. Regular box. And it looks really nice too. It just has a little step up. You've seen them before. Now here's a picture of one that we did. Here's another picture of one we did. You've seen these before. They're very nice. They're like $250 each. So, no big deal. But let's get back to this. So, what do we need for this barbecue exactly? Because we're doing this one. We need 2 60-inch cabinets right here. See this? This is it. 2 60s. Now, what are we going to do to make this thing work? I'm going to show you the really easy, dumb way of doing it. And this is how I learned, and this is how you're going to learn. You do 2-3 barbecues, you're not going to need to use this tool anymore. But in the beginning, I did. Now, I don't do it anymore because I know what I'm doing. It's very easy for me to build these barbecues. Okay, so what do? You go to create your own space, and then you go right here, outdoor design tool. You click on this bad boy. Okay, loading, loading, loading. Done. First thing you're going to want to do is go to floor size, edit, and you put 25 by 25 just to keep things simple. And then you go over here to the right, you click space, concrete. All right, very simple. We're going to keep this really easy. Once you figure out how to do this stuff, like once you know it here, you won't need to come here and do all this. But I'm just dumbing it down for you because this is how I learned, and this is how you're going to learn. Cabinets. Now, it says add cabinets. Click and drop cabinets, okay? Before, we went out and we measured. And we agreed with the customer, hey, what's the measurement on this deal you want? And he said he wanted a 60-inch this way, 5 feet, 5 times 12 is 60, 60-inch, and then it does like a little 45-degree angle and another 60-inch. We go here to the cabinets. You click on 60-inch cabinet, you drag it, you drop it. We need 2 of them. You do the same thing twice. Simple. Okay? You come here and you put it close by it, and you go over here, and we need to push rotate right. We need to be at a 45. That looks pretty close. Done. Let's move it to the middle a little bit. Kabam. Okay? We're not going to worry about this because we're going to fill it with cinder blocks. They don't sell anything to fit those corners, so the cinder blocks will work. Very easy to do. This was actually my first barbecue where we had to do a little angle, and I didn't even think twice about it. I'm like, yeah, we'll just fill it with cinder blocks and call it a day. And bada bing, bada bang. So now what you do is, if you want a bigger cabinet or something, you just click the 36 and you line up these little circles, and the thing just pops into place. See? Everything pops in. Okay, that looks no good. Okay, I don't know why that doesn't look good. See? Pops in. But we don't need any of these, so we just delete them. You just go over here to the right, delete, delete, delete. So we have our shape now. You push cabinets again, and you go to walls. We don't need anything here. We're not doing any walls. Appliances. So for sure, without a doubt, the guy wanted a 54-inch grill. Okay, and if there's a 48-inch grill, it's not in here, but we know the 48-inch grill is gonna fit inside a 60-inch box. If you have a 36-inch grill, we know it'll fit inside a 60-inch box. If you had a 36-inch grill, it'll fit inside a 48-inch box. If you have a 36-inch grill, it'll fit inside a 36-inch box, but you should put it in a little bit of a bigger box. It'll be easier to work with. Moving on. We take the grill, drag and drop. See that? It just pops right in. You go to the left over here, and you just click, and we see the grill. Very nice. Now we need two doors. We need a door here, and we door here, and we need another drawer here. Now, we're gonna go for the big boy, 39-inch door. Kabam. And also another 39-inch door. Kabam. Simple. Very simple. Now, we know we're going to have a drawer here, but I know that this system will tell us we can't do it, but we can do it. All the appliances we've already purchased, we've already done the math on, we know everything's going to fit. So this drawer right here, if we put it in here, it's going to say you can't do it. So it just replaces it. Boom, just like that. Then you click off of appliances, and if you have more appliances, add them. But just for this case, we don't need it. If you have a sink, throw in a sink. But we don't have a sink. If you have a cocktail station, throw it in. See? Simple. And this is basically just for you to sell the homeowner on what they want. So they have an understanding, they have an idea. Now we're going to do the stone ledge. We're going to select the stone after the fact, but we're just going to get the idea of what the customer wants. So you can go here onto the left. So we're pretty much done. You can go to the left here and you push share or save, and it makes you fill in all this stuff, and then it sends you a PDF. But this is too complicated, dude. You just take a screenshot of this. If you got an Apple, you go Command-Shift-4 and you just click, boom, done. See? There we go. We got it. You can just text them this. If you want to do another view, you can. You just flip this thing around over and over. This is just for you to get an understanding and for the homeowner to get an understanding. That's all. We come to making the barbecue grills. Selection. What kind of class do we want? Basic Walmart brand? Do we want middle of the line brand, or do we want high end? Fire Magic is between middle of the line to high end. If you want cheap stuff, well, cheaper stuff, remember, grills, AOG grills are probably like the entry level. You see what I'm saying? $2,000. $2,000, really, just $2,000. You can go to Barbecue Guys. They got good stuff. $2,000 all day. Okay. And don't be afraid to order online. It's fine. Like I've ordered grills from here. It's fine. It's not a big deal. You can just type in Fire Magic. Okay, Fire Magic is good stuff. Fire Magic grill, dog. Don't give me no sinks. We're not at the sinks yet. Okay, Fire Magic grills. So here we got $6,000 grill. You see what I'm saying? $8,000 grill. See, like things add up. You can get a 30-inch grill. And also remember, grills come in many different sizes. They come in 24s, which is trash. Never, a customer once said they wanted 24. We said okay. He was so disappointed. The grill is tiny. It's like this big. Garbage. Never install it. If any of your customers say 24, you say, I understand, we can definitely do it. However, I would strongly advise you away from the 24 grill. Minimum 36. Minimum. Don't even go 30. 30 is too small. Minimum 36. And when you say stuff like that, they'll be like, oh, okay, this homie knows what he's talking about. We do know what we're talking about because we did everything in the program and we're professionals now. Somewhat. Anyway, moving on. AOG is a cheap grill. There's another one, Coyote. We've installed this one. Cheap grill, $2,000. It's a 5-year warranty. Cheap grill, 36-inch. Free shipping. Don't be afraid to order online. And when you do order, don't order to your house. Stupid. Don't order to your shop. Order directly to the person's house. Okay? You'd be like, well, why are you telling me, T? I thought that's common sense. No, bro. People are stupid. They do dumb things. Trust. All you got to do is pick out what you want. And when you purchase here, make sure you click natural gas or propane. Okay? Are you going to do a propane gas or natural propane grill or natural gas? And then you're definitely going to get a built-in 36-inch. There's a 42-inch. It's even better. Wow. Only $200 more. That's amazing. So, yeah, you can do that. Or you can go to the Fire Magic store right here. Same thing. I would stick with these guys. They do free shipping. Okay? I mean, so does this place. They do free shipping too. But this place I've ordered many times from, and it's very easy. Very easy to do. First of all, you ask the client, how much do you want to spend on the grill? And then be like, well, I don't know. Well, you tell them, okay, well, grills start at $3,000 for a basic one. Like, it's pretty good. $2,000, we can get you a good one. Not the best. $3,000 is good. $4,000 to $5,000 is great. $6,000 plus is amazing. Okay, and then we can go all the way to $12,000 for a grill, but that's Viking. I mean, those grills we don't have to worry about because those types of houses, they're going to have architectural plans and they're going to tell you exactly the model number, exactly the size. You're not going to go shopping. You're literally just going to go plug it in, see how much it costs. $12,000. Okay, you just add 12 grand into the proposal, done. We're not even going to go there. We're doing basic stuff, right? So, for instance, this grill right here, $8,000 with a window. Except he opted for no window because he didn't want the window because it gets dirty anyway, and he's right. So this is the grill. Yeah, exact grill. And the size is 48 inch. Okay, I guess it was a 48 inch. Look at that, hot dog. So this is the grill, and you just put add to cart. Bada bing, bada bang. All right. Now we're gonna need drawers and doors. So the drawers and doors, you just go in here, type doors. Boom. Done. See what I'm saying? Done. Very simple, very easy, quick. And it's ideal that you pick the same maker. Fire Magic doors. There it is. See? So we do Fire Magic doors. And you have to pick the same type. Okay? The same type. And for instance, this right here, you see what I'm saying? Like, these are not cheap. They're $400 for a door. People are like, oh, that's expensive, 30 inch. Yeah, dude, but like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna find stuff cheaper. And if you do, it's not gonna be good stuff. I keep stuff simple. I don't go extravagant. And what I do is I make some selections and I say, here are some options. Boom. This is what you're gonna get. And you send it to the homeowner and they approve and you order it, ship it to their house, done. These are the doors that I found that look good. They match the grill. You see the handles, they're like kind of like square circular. That makes sense. You want the same type of handles to match here, square circular. So you're just gonna have to do some digging to find what looks good. Boom. So we need 2 of these because we're gonna have 2 doors. You just add to cart. Done. Okay. And then the guy, he chose this drawer. My opinion, he should have chose a 3 drawer set. I sent him the 3 drawer set and he said he didn't want to pay $1,000 for a drawer set. So he opted for a single drawer set. And then he told me later on, I wish I would have done the 3 drawer set because this is garbage. Single drawer, you can barely fit stuff in it. It's ugly too. And I said, yeah, it is what it is, but this is why you get him to approve everything. All right. Now look at this. We have 3 items in the cart. Very nice. But also you have to remember we need these. So for these, you just want to order 4 of them. 4. You want 4. Okay? Done. Boom. So then what I did is I just screenshotted this whole thing and I sent him links to each individual item. And I said, hey, this is what I'm going to order. I just wanted to approve it. And let me know if you want to change anything. I sent him, by the way, I sent him the 3 drawers. He changed it to 1. I said, okay, no problem. We changed it to 1, got his approval. I ordered it, shipped it directly to his house. Done. It's very simple. Online is good. If you're super confused, which you shouldn't be after this program, you can go to the dealer where you picked up the Eldorado blocks and you'd be like, well, T, what if my dealer doesn't have Eldorado blocks? Okay, well, you just go to their where to buy right here and you type in Florida, okay? You type in Illinois and you're going to have a bunch. See, look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Chicago. You got Peoria. Illinois Brick Company, okay? You go, I mean, where else you want to go? Boom, Texas, okay? There's a lot of places. Houston has it, San Antonio, Fort Worth, Oklahoma City. Like, there's a lot of places. You just got to do it. And, like, let's say if you live in El Paso and you don't have a place, all you got to do is go to your local El Paso stone yard and you say, yo, this is what I need. They'll figure out a way to get it there. They will. They're a stone yard. All they got to do is place an order, charge you a little bit more money for shipping, and it's there. Boom, done. Just be a problem solver, okay? Don't be like, oh, they don't have my product. I can't get it. My hands are tied. I'm going to have to use blocks. No. Go to material yards and be a problem solver and figure it out. Like, dude, that's exactly what I do on everything. I figure it out. Stop complaining. Stop bitching. Don't be like, there's no money. Go figure it out. If the one place doesn't do it, okay, go to another place. If another place doesn't do it, go to another place. Keep going. If they can't do it, get on the phone and call the place in El Paso and say, hey, I need this shipped to me. Or get on the phone and call the place in Odessa and get this stuff shipped to you. Like, they'll do it. They just want a little more money. Doesn't matter. But we're making this easy for us. Okay? Keep it simple. Keep it very simple. Make sure the customer approves everything. Everything looks beautiful. We got a bunch of vents. Vents are very important. You're going to need vents. And you want the thing to breathe from the back. Breathe from the back. And that's it. I mean, that's the grill section. Pretty simple. Got it? Good. Now it's time to find out what kind of ledgestone we're going to present the customer. The stuff that wraps around it. You can do stucco finish, but in this particular case, we're doing ledgestone. If you're going to do stucco finish, any kind of finish, hire a stucco guy. Hire a stucco guy. Stucco's, it's not easy. You need someone that's professional. So just get a stucco guy to come out here, quote it for you. So now, first things first is we need to go and get material. I use a place called MSI. There's another one called Stone Universe. There's a bunch, okay? And all the panels are basically the same. They're 6 by 24. I'll show you. There's straight panels and then there's corners to wrap around the corners, obviously. So what you do is you go on their website, msisurfaces.com. You scroll down. We need hardscape. Where's hardscape? Hardscaping right here. Boom. You click on this bad boy. And then you go to stack stone veneers. Boom. Okay. Done. And then rock mount stack stone. Done. These are all the choices we have. All the choices. See this? There's a lot. So in this particular case, all I did was I sent the customer this link. I said, hey, go check it out. Also, if you want to go see it in person, I sent them the material yard and I gave them the address. I said, go check it out. Let me know which one you like. And a very popular one is California Gold. Another popular one is Golden White, Golden Honey, Gold Rush. So in his particular case, he loved the Golden Honey. So we got the Golden Honey. Easy as that, don't you think? Here, right here. So we have a 6 by 18 by 6. 6 by 18 by 6. That equals to 24 by 6. Pretty simple. 6 inches high. One side, the long side is 18 inches and the other side is 6. Dumb simple. Super simple. And then there's another one that's 6 by 24. Also, dumb simple. So one piece is 1 square foot. One piece is 1 square foot. No matter if it's a corner, no matter if it's a flat piece. One piece, 1 square foot. We go to the all magic box that we have chosen. All right, all magic box. So now we see we have 36 inches, okay? There is gonna be, so, I mean, if you wanna keep this like real simple, like just as a presentation, just to show you, we're gonna do 36 divided by 6. What is that? Hold on, I know you're a math wizard. Always use a calculator, especially when you're doing shit for the first time. You don't know what you're doing. Don't mess up. 6, okay? We need 6 pieces. 6 pieces for each corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got it? 6. And we have 4 corners. 4 corners. We have 1 corner here, 1 corner here, and then there's another one on the other side. Remember, our barbecue is an L, or like a 45. There's another angle over there. We have 6 corners, and we have 4 sides, okay? 6 times 4 is 24. What are you gonna order? 24 panels. But before you do that, we're not gonna do that. Sometimes panels break. Sometimes stuff happens. Sometimes you get the panel out of the box and there's a little chip. What you're gonna do, as a safety measure, you're going to order an extra box. So you're going to order an extra 6. That's right. That's right. I think they come in boxes of 5 or 6. I don't know. But you just get an extra 6. So you're going to order 30. For this job, I ordered 30 panels. 30 corner pieces. Okay? 30 corner pieces. So our corners are done, dog. They're done. Done. You got it? And we have 15 square feet here. And we have 15 square feet in the front. Okay? Following me? 15 square feet here, 15 square feet in the front. So we have 30 square feet. 30 square feet times 2, because remember there's 2 boxes, 60 square feet. So we're going to get 60 square feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order 65 panels. 65 panels and 30 corners. That's it. You'd be like, well, T, why are we ordering so much? Don't we have to cut out the doors? And don't we have to cut out, the barbecue goes there? Yeah, you do. Absolutely. But just keep in mind that we have a straight and a slant of 45. So all those pieces in the back. And don't trip. These panels are like $10 a piece. You're not going to pay for them anyway. The homeowner is. You don't need to be 100% precise, especially when it's your first job. You need to have a material there so you are able to make mistakes. So your employees are able to make mistakes. Again, 60 panels and 30 corners. That's going to be around $1,000. $1,000. Remember, $1,000. And you're strapped. You're good. No problem. It is what it is. And you also have this area. Okay? You also have this area. Remember that. 18 plus 18 is 36. And we have a 30-inch square foot area. 30 by 36. So you're good. Those extra 5 pieces are going to be good. And remember, we're going to cut out doors and all that stuff. So we're going to have plenty. Material, you always want plenty. You don't want to be short on. It's not a big deal. Just throw it away. Like, you don't have to get everything perfect. I order extra pavers all the time, and we just throw them away. It doesn't matter. Time, remember, speed, time, and the whole project going easy. That is what's important. You don't need to order stuff exactly, and then your guys break 2 pieces, and then you're running around and scrambling. Why am I telling you that? Because I've done that. I've ordered exact, and they messed something up. They dropped a box. And I had to drive an hour to go get it because the material yard wouldn't deliver until next Thursday. And I can't wait a week. It's Friday, So I had to go drive an hour one way, an hour back just to pick up 1 box. Never make that mistake again. Always order extra panels. Throw them away. Or leave them for the homeowner. Whatever you want to do. Or take them to your yard and save them. It's up to you. I don't really care. You decide. I throw them away. Now that we understand how to do the panels, now we have to figure out how we're going to cut. What is the first cut we're going to do? So when you order the grill, and you're going to order it, remember, weeks in advance before you start the job, and the grill is going to come to the homeowner's address. And you're going to tell the homeowner, when the grill arrives, open the garage door, put it in the garage, tell them to put it in the backyard. I don't know, put it somewhere safe. And it's going to come on pallets. The only thing that's not going to come on pallets is the leadstone, unless you go pick it up on a pallet if you got a really big job. But the leadstone usually gets delivered to the material yard, and then you got to go pick that up. They put it in your truck. But that's later anyway. You don't need to worry about that right now. The boxes, okay? The boxes, the grill, appliances. That is superior. You need to have that, okay? The grill, you open up the instruction manual and you got to read it, and it'll tell you the exact cutouts, So if we have a 48-inch grill, we have a 60-inch box. 48 goes into the 60. So we have 6 inches on one side, 6 inches on the other. And after we put the grill in, we do the cutouts. Remember, measure 4 times, cut once. Measure 10 times, cut once. You're going to have to be there in the beginning to babysit and make sure they don't mess anything up. And you have to mark everything out for the employees. Now my guys, like, I just give them the stuff and they know what to do. Like, I don't have to be there, but in the beginning, I was there. Open, I'm reading. Okay, cut here, measure here, draw it out, boom, 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 it fits. Cut. All the pieces that you cut, make sure you do not throw those away. We need those. We might need them for later, because last thing you want to do is have a piece cut and your guys throw it away. And now you're like, dude, we needed that piece for a little patch job. Sometimes employees mess things up and they cut at the wrong place. I've had that done many times. So save all the pieces that you're cutting. Put them aside away from the project, like 20 feet away, and just leave them there. You leave all the protective coatings on the appliances. Do not take the tape off. Don't take any of the protective tape off. You leave everything on until you're done. Until you're done. Like, when I say done, I'm saying like everything is finished. You washed everything down, and then you take the tape off. That's what I mean by done. Sometimes people like get jittery and they start taking off tape. Don't do that, because that prevents it from getting scratched. On the barbecue, you will have cut out dimensions. It'll say in the instruction book. You can read on here like we are doing now, but I would advise you to look in the instruction manual. So the barbecue, it says our cut out depth is 23.5 inches. Our cut out height is 11.5 inches. And our cutout width is 50 inches. So you just do that. You mark everything out. You draw everything with a marker. You get a square, a ruler, bang, 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 draw everything out. And then you cut with a grinder very carefully. Eyeglasses, of course, hearing protection, blah, blah, blah. But you're not really going to be doing the cutting. The stonemason is. It's not a big deal. But you have to babysit him and make sure he does everything right. Now, for the doors, it's very easy to mess this up. Our orientation is horizontal, okay? The doors will have instructions on this too. Cutout width, 30.5 inches. Cutout height, 21 inches. For doors, you have length times width. That's all you need to worry about. The width, you need to cut out 30.5 inches. The height, 21 inches. Simple. Now, you're gonna have to lead this whole project, of course. And the doors, I cannot stress how important it is. The doors, they all need to be on the exact same level on the boxes. So we have one side here, one box here, and we have one box here. The doors have to be one here, perfectly aligned. The top of the door has to be perfectly aligned with the other one. Why am I telling you this? Why am I putting so much emphasis on it? Because we've done it where they cut it, they put it in, and I come to the job site and I'm like, what the hell? One door is here, another one is here. I'm like, dude, this looks horrible. Like, everything has to be aligned. So they had to take it out, cut a little piece up, measure 20 times, cut once. Especially for your first time. For the drawers are very simple. Where are the drawers at? It was kind of like it's just a gimmicky drawer. It's kind of stupid, but it's a stupid drawer. It says cutout width 14.5, cutout height 5.25. That's fine, you can do that, but usually this is the first time ever I've installed a one-tier drawer. A little strange, but if you go to a three-tier drawer, then our cutout width is 14.5, cutout height is 26.25. So for that, you'd have to draw the doors out, and then you have to draw out the cutout for the drawers. Doors, drawers. Now, the drawer does not have to align perfectly with the doors. If that's possible to do, do it. But sometimes it's not, it's okay. But the doors have to line up. But if there's like another drawer somewhere else, another 3 drawer, line it up. Line it up. It's very simple. You just have to follow instructions, man. Like, I know a lot of people don't like to read the instruction manual, but for this stuff, it's pretty critical and it's not difficult. All they do is tell you the measurements to cut, so you're not sitting there guessing. Ooh, do I have to cut here? Do I have to cut here? No, dude, they just tell you exactly what to do. Like, this is a puzzle. It's a very simple puzzle. All right. Let me see what the perfect zoom is on this. There we go. Now, barbecues. We have everything figured out. We learned everything. We know what to do. What is the next step? There's two options you're going to get. Regardless of what you order, they're going to send you in the little instruction manual booklet deal. They're going to send you little brass nipples. And those nipples are interchangeable because you can make it a liquid propane grill or you can make it a natural gas grill. So those nipples are interchangeable. Here's an example of what they look like. You have them in there, but just order what you need. Okay? Order what you need because they come from the factory. You don't have to go in there, tinker with them, find a little tool. Pain in the ass. I've done it before. Ugh. You got to go get a special tool and then you can't find it and you got to go to a special store. Oh, nightmare. So make sure you actually order it. Please order the right nipple. It's a nightmare. Horrible. You need a socket, you need a tool, you need a screwdriver. It's bad. Bad news bears. But for this instance, we ordered a gas grill. If you're doing liquid propane, and it's simple. You just order liquid propane, and then you go buy a propane canister, and you hook it up. Boom, done. Easy. Simple. Done. Okay? Natural gas, a little different. I'm going to tell you why. Natural gas, you will not do any of the gas work. No, you do not do any of the gas work. Now, when we write up the bid a little bit later, I'll show you how I price it out. I basically give the homeowner allowance, but we'll get to that later. But you will not do any of the gas work. You will not do any of the connections to the grill. No. You will not be responsible for that. You do not want to be liable for that. Number one, you don't know how to do it. Number two, you don't have a license for it. Number three, you don't know how to do it. Okay? What you're going to do is you're going to get on the phone and you're going to call a bunch of plumbing companies and you're going to ask around, hey, do you guys have a master plumber that knows how to do gas? I need a gas line installed. I need a gas line installed for a barbecue. I need a gas line installed for a barbecue. And they're going to say how much, how many feet, blah, blah, blah. In my area, gas lines are about 80 to 100 bucks a foot. And if they're not going inside dirt or they're trenching, probably going to be somewhere around 60 to 70 bucks a foot. We'll get into the allowance later with that, but just keep in mind, you will not do any of it. You will get on the phone and get the guy over there. For the first time, you're going to meet the plumber by yourself. Right now, I have a plumber that I use. I really like him. I just say, hey, Danny, I do a group chat with the customer and the plumber. I said, hey, Danny, this is one of my customers. He hired me to build him a barbecue, and I told him, you're the man for the gas line. Can you please come out here and give him a price, and let's set up how we're going to arrange this. And I just want to coordinate with you. And he's like, okay, yeah, no problem. I'll take it over from here. He texts the guy, sets up an appointment. They come out, they measure, and the guy tells them exactly where it is. He's going to go from the gas meter. Typically, they have to go from the gas meter because grills, they require a lot of gas. BTUs are high. So they will figure all that out. And if there's no access from the meter to the grill area where you're going to put it, like in this case, because he had concrete everywhere, they went in the crawl space. So there's always a way. Don't trip. The gas guys always find a way. Plumbers always find a way. And your job in the beginning is to meet him there. And you meet him and you say, hey, this is what we're doing. He will ask you, am I going to send the proposal to you or the homeowner? You say the homeowner. You want to stay out of the gas stuff. Now you'd be like, well, T, I can make a little markup on this and I could just mark it up 200 bucks. It's not worth 200 bucks. If something goes wrong with the gas, you don't want it to fall under you as a subcontractor because you hired him. You just want to pass the referral, you want to pass the contact over, and the homeowner will hire the gas guy. So if anything is wrong, it's not your problem. You just gave a referral. And I know this was like doomsday type of stuff, or not doomsday, but like it's bad, but let's say the gas guy messed something up, right? And they go into the crawl space and something happens, and then the freaking house blows up. If you hired the plumber, the homeowner's coming after your ass. But if the homeowner hired the plumber, the homeowner ain't coming after your ass. All you did, you're just a barbecue boy. You're just building grills. You're the mason. You have nothing to do with it. Okay? This is why I highly recommend doing that. And it's very, very critical for you to do that. This is why it's good to have a gas guy that knows what he's doing. Don't hire some schmo. Hire a professional guy. Don't worry about price. You're not paying for it. You don't got to shop around and ask, well, how much you charge a foot. No, dude. You find the best plumber in town. You introduce him to the homeowner hires him. He does the job for you. Done. Now, when it comes to after everything is done, you're going to have to plan out the map of where everything is. So in this case right here, we had to cut out the concrete area, and we had to trench for him 20 inches underneath the sidewalk. Done. We left it. We pulled out. He came in the next day. His guys put the gas line in. They put the shutoff valve. They stubbed it up, nubbed it up. Boom, done. We poured the mud over it. And that's it. After it's all finished, I've made this mistake previously. You tell the plumber, hey, when the grill is all finished, I need you to put in your price. I need you to budget in for you to come back and hook up the grill from the gas line to the grill. You got it? From the gas line that he installed, you need him to hook up the grill to the gas line he installed. Trust me, you definitely want that. You don't want to do no half-ass bull, because he's going to use all the right fittings. He's responsible for the gas. All you did is just put in the barbecue. That's it. Simple. For the electrical is super simple. I always call the electrician. I used to have this guy named Brian, but he died. He's just you guys have seen him in my previous YouTube videos before. But he used to come in, and I did the same thing. I just introduced him. He was a good guy. I liked him a lot. And the homeowner paid him directly. So when the homeowner pays the guy directly, you did not hire him. You just made a referral. You know what I'm saying? If anything goes wrong with the electrical, you're not responsible because it doesn't go through your company. The homeowner paid the electrician. The homeowner paid the gas guy. The homeowner paid the plumber. Homeowner paid the electrician. It doesn't go through you. You are not a part of it. Okay? Simple. Now, don't get greedy with this. We have, you're going to make really good money on barbecues. Like, you're going to make a few $1,000s. And it's going to be pretty simple and it looks beautiful. Beautiful. So, the electrical guy, you're going to ask the homeowner, how many electrical outlets do you want? And he's going to say he wants 2. This guy, he only wanted 1. So I gave him an allowance. We'll go over the allowances a little bit later in the program. But it's just simple, dude. You know, keep stuff simple. And the least liability you have with the gas line and electrical, the better it is. So what you do when you have the electrician come is you have him hook up the panel, the outlet, the GFCI outlet, onto the barbecue. He makes all the connections. He puts the plastic piece on top and the front of the face. So now you're able to plug in a blender and you're able to plug in a phone charger from the front. What you got to do is from the back, you have to be able to plug in the barbecue, because the barbecue, remember, is electric. Electric start, electric display, there's lights. So you don't want to have a cable that goes around and it comes to the front. You're going to plug it in from the back and it's going to be a clean finish. Now, granite, the last final piece, granite. And then we're literally going to figure out how to do this. First thing is call a few granite shops and say, hey, do you guys carry granite? Natural stone. Just type in natural stone on Google. Natural stone, granite, marble, anything. Anything with natural stone, you're going to call around. And do you guys carry slabs of granite? We need slabs. Figure out the square footage for this. Remember, we have a 5 foot and we have 30 inches wide. Okay? So we're just going to say it's 36 inches wide just to keep it easy. So you have 15 square feet on the face, the top, and And then you have another 15 square feet on the top. Okay? Don't worry about the cutouts in the barbecue. They're going to cut it out anyway, because they're going to need to make one piece for this and one piece for this. It's not your problem what happens with the other stuff. So you have 30 square feet. Now, you're going to tell your customer, you need to go to the granite shop. Here's a few places that I frequent when it comes to granite. You're going to give him an email, text him a list, I don't know, whatever you want to do. And he's going to go there, he's going to pick it out. And you're going to tell him, if it's 30 square feet, just calculate another 25%. Okay? I told him it's 40 square feet. Go pick out a 40 square foot slab. Okay, he went. He picked out a nice one. I told him, buy it when you get there, save the receipt, bring it back. And he did. He went there, he bought it. And when he buys it, it's on hold. And then he brings the receipt. I call my fabricator. I said, hey, come over. Now, how do you get a fabricator? Google granite fabricators. You call around. Hey, do you do countertops for granite? Yes? Okay. I need you to come out here. He comes out. My guy's name's Raul. Raul came out, and he's like, oh, what do you need done? He's a little Mexican guy. He's very, very soft-spoken, very nice. Oh, what do you need done, Tigre? What do you need done? And I said, oh, I need this little fabric, this little granite. I need you to make it nice. And he's like, oh, okay, no problem. Where's the customer? The customer's here. I want to go to get the customer. And he has a few finishes, a few samples. So there's going to be one of these, which is basically a very square finish. There's going to be a bullnose. There's going to be another type of finish. So he's going to have samples. So you're going to want the customer there and the fabricator there. The fabricator brings stencils, like little wooden sticks and hot glue. This is what my guy does. So he brings them, he hot glues them. He does the perimeter. He gets like the shape of it, and then he staples everything. And then he takes them and he puts them on his truck. Now, you're going to want the customer to sign the contract with the fabricator. You're going to want the customer, this is what I do. The customer pays the fabricator directly, so you're not liable for anything that happens. And the customer, and then afterwards, the customer gives the receipt to the fabricator. The fabricator goes to the shop, picks up the stone, puts it in his truck, takes it to his shop, and then the customer will meet them at his shop, and he will put the stencil how he wants it, because depending on the grain of the stone, how does the customer want the grain of the granite piece to go, which direction? So here's an example of what the granite guy and my customer did. He went there, he fixed it around, moved it around, boom, 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 placed it. The granite guy cut it, he did everything, made it all nice, and he brought it back. I scheduled it for Tuesday for them to come out. He wanted to come on Saturday. I said, no, Tuesday, come Tuesday, because I want my employees to be there, and I want the customer to be there, and I want me to be there. And they came out, he installed everything, put everything in, and afterwards, before they leave, you're going to want to tell the granite guys, install the grill. Okay? They have some kind of special glue that bonds with the grill and the granite. And they're going to mount it. They're going to put a little sealer around, make sure water doesn't get in there. Done. Your job is done. As far as the granite guy. Granite guy leaves. Your guys finish the stone on top all the way around. Finish the stones, make all the little cuts, make everything nice and perfect. Get everything lined up. Good to go. That's it. Granite, done. Customer pays the granite guy. Customer buys the granite piece. You don't step foot in the granite store. It's just keeping it simple, you know? The less work you got to do, the better it is. The less work you got to do, the better it is. That's pretty much it on the construction and the ordering of everything. I went over a lot of stuff. Now the next thing I'm going to do is show you how I bid it. The bidding part is last, obviously, because you need to understand how to build these things before you bid on them. Now that you're acquainted, you're familiar with it, the bidding process is very simple. I'm going to share my math with you, and then you make the call. Remember, these barbecues are not that difficult. They're pretty simple. They're pretty easy to build. You just need to have patience, and you need to price it right, because it is a labor eater. You're like, oh, it won't take that long. Bro, it's going to take thousands of dollars to build this thing in just labor, not including material, you know, it's not including material. So for the first few grills you do, you're probably not going to make money on them, which is okay. It's not a big deal. But then there's gonna come some of them where you're gonna make, you know, 4,000. You're gonna make 6,000, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Make sure that when your guys are cutting them, they know what they're doing. Like, you have to find people that know what they're doing. You gotta find masons, and they don't have to be super skilled. Just very precise with the measuring and the cutting. But you're gonna be there to babysit them. You're gonna be there to project manage. So in the beginning, it's all on you, which is fine. This is why you're in business. It's all on you. And it's all on me. Every job is all on me. If my employees do something great, it was them. When my employees do something bad, it was me. So that's how you got to go into it. This is business. This is what it's like. And just have a good attitude, man, and you're going to make money. So let's get into the bidding. This is what my contract system looks like. We're going to go more in detail after. Obviously, you know, these are what my contracts look like. I know you have the contracts program. I don't know why you don't. If you don't, reconsider that and get the contracts program. But I'm going to show you how to bid it. Now, first line item, El Dorado fiberglass cabinets will be used, and you're gonna just literally say exactly what kind of cabinet you're gonna use. So I have here options: 48, 236, 124 cabinets, and 190 degree with 2 end caps. We're gonna delete pretty much everything, and we're gonna put 2 60-inch cabinets with 2 end caps. Okay, and we're gonna write, more detail the better, cinder blocks will be used to fill gap. Now, what are you gonna price that out as? So in my area, the 60-inch blocks, or the 60-inch cabinets, they're around $650 a piece, and then end caps, and then we have screws and all that stuff. Easy, $2,000. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see better. $2,000. Okay, the grill. Now, if I don't know the customer and they don't know what kind of grill they want, like if I'm bidding a job that I don't have yet, I'm gonna give them a allowance, $3,000. But since we know exactly how much the grill is gonna be, and I just put in here grill allowance. When it's an allowance, always put in grill allowance. So typically it'd be $3,000. However, we know exactly how much this grill is gonna cost. So, are taxes included in this? I wonder. Look what I found out. Good thing I asked about taxes. Boom, right here, $1,000 in taxes. So, you gotta make sure that you include that. I know I did. What I did, because now we know what the appliances are, this is after the deal. So when I submit the bid, I just give him allowances, like $3,000. He didn't want a burner, he didn't want a fridge, he didn't want a sink. Okay? And then for drawers, I give him a allowance, and I just put in here allowance. It was like $800. Doors, allowance, $1,000. Okay, boom. But now, since we know exactly what all the appliances are, this is after he hired us. He said, yes, let's roll. Everything looks good. And I just want to change around the appliances a little bit. So what we do is we just put $10,215. I just rounded up. So appliances, 10,215, right? Yep. $215. And then you can put in here grill, doors, drawers, vents. Done. Next line item is going to be hardware, hoses, vents. We will leave this out. Hardware and hoses. I just put in here $500. This will save you for running to the Home Depot for just random stuff like little knick-knack, screws, stuff like that. Now, type of stone, because we knew exactly what he wanted. Golden honey from MSI. Remember, we had 65 panels plus we had 30 corners, so we have 95 pieces. So each piece, they range in price, and each piece they're gonna go for around $7 or they're gonna go for around 10. 10 is obviously corners, 7 is the flat. So I just round everything up and I just charge 10. So I need 95 panels. So 95 times 10 is $950, obviously, plus taxes. So just say $1,200 in material, okay? And then you have to consider thin set. You're not going to use that much thin set, but you still got to do thin set. So $1,600 in material. I just double that times 2 for labor. And that is what we get, $3,200. The job ended up costing me $4,500 in labor. I charged him $8,000. So in the beginning, 2 guys worked on it for 5 days, and each guy cost around $350. Okay, this is with overhead and all that stuff. So times 2, $700 a day. Times 5 days is $3,500 in labor alone. The entire job took 5 days in labor and then half a day in cleanup. So $3,500 in labor, and then just throw in another $500 in cleanup. And I charged the guy $8,000 for this. I'm just gonna put in here just for you to know. So gas line, it costs $4,500 in gas line for the gas guy to come out. Electrical costs $1,000. Granite. He bought this particular granite for $3,500, and then fabricator costs another $3,000. So now all you got to do is add these bad boys up. Add everything up. You take the $2,000 here plus the $10,215 for the grill, doors, drawers, vents, all that stuff. You got hoses. You got stone. You have all this stuff. So add everything all up with including the gas line, electrical, granite, the fabricator. You got $35,000. So basically $36,000. Now your labor cost is going to be around $4,000. So you're going to profit around $5,200. Now that's pretty decent. Because I didn't do much. 20% plus. So that's like money I walked away clean. After overhead, after expenses, after everything. And I'm good with that. You know what I mean? I'm good with that. The customer was really happy, so then he got to leave me a good review. And we just built a grill for 36 large. Holla at your boy. But just remember, all these little things add up. gas line, electrical, granite, fabricator, all those little things add up. You saw everything. You saw the money that I made on this. So realistically, a clean $6,000, because we charged another $2,200 in labor for the stone. And remember, the pieces are $7 to $10, but we just charged 10, right? So we charged $1,000, so $2,200 in that, and then cleaned another $4,000 in labor. So made $6,000, $6,200. And you'd be like, well, T, you could have made percentage on the appliances, and you could have made the percentage on the gas line, electrical, granite, fabricator. Like, you could have made a percentage on all of that. Now, if you were to do 20% of $36,000, you'd get around $7,200. And we made $6,200. And that's still pretty decent. And you'd be like, well, you could have made more, dog. Yeah, but here's one thing that you're forgetting. I haven't done 40 of these. Once I get to a level where I've done 40 of them, and I have a lot of them in my portfolio, and I'm like, dude, this is what I've done. Like, we've done all this. Then I can get in the arena of charging more, okay? But just to keep everything simple for me, this is what I do, and it works. And obviously, you see the grill. The grill looks amazing. The homeowner was thrilled. Like, the biggest smile on his face. He was insanely happy, and he really liked it. So with that being said, like, what more do you want? In the beginning, especially when you do your first, second, third, fourth grill, don't be greedy. Your first grill, you're probably not going to make anything. Your second grill, you're probably not going to make anything. Your third grill, you should make a little money. Your fourth grill, you should make a little more money. Your fifth grill, you should make more money. And then once you get to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like, you should be making at least 20% minimum. And that's when did pretty good. And realistically, I want you to take a moment and consider the fact that I didn't do anything for this grill. All I did was make some phone calls. All I did was go on the computer and order stuff. All I did was send some emails. All I did was manage the whole circus and made $6,000. It's worth $6,000. And the fact that we built a barbecue, like, that's insane. You know what I mean? Insane. The barbecue is amazing. Look at these pictures. Like, you can't, like, it's amazing. Straight up. I don't even know what to say. It's just amazing. It's amazing. And then the one we built before at the winery with the keg and all that, you've seen that was also amazing. But this thing, ridiculous. Like, the granite was awesome. The whole thing just turned out great. Super happy. The customer was happy. I'm happy. Now you're happy because now you know how to build a grill. And when you get to a situation and you don't know what to do and you're a little stuck, message me, hit me up. Like, yo, T, I got this, got the program, and I just really want to know how to do this. I'm stuck. I'll help you, man. No worries. But the best way to do it is get in the Goat Gang, because I'll help you all the time. You need anything, I got you. There's a lot of people in the Goat Gang that message me privately, and they're like, yo, dude, what do you think about this? Can you jump on a quick minute call? Yeah, bro, no problem. I got a couple minutes for you. It's all good. Be a part of the group, because you're going to get the back end on how everything is done. And there's a lot of people in the group that are just crushing it. We have a lot of young guys. We have a lot of old guys. We have a lot of guys that just started out and they're killing it. Like, it's good energy in the group. And that's what's really important when you're starting out, because you should be able to look at your peers and say, wow, if these homies can do it, so can I. If this little white boy can do it and make $6,000, so can I. And by the way, I didn't lift one stone. Actually, I did. Remember when I showed you that clip? I lifted one stone. That's it. But other than that, nothing. I didn't do a damn thing. And that's the whole point of you having your own company. You're not supposed to do work yourself. You're supposed to get the work done. You're supposed to orchestrate. You're supposed to manage. You're supposed to coordinate. That's it. You're not supposed to be out there in the trenches working, busting ass, and doing bids, and talking to customers, and sending emails. Like, imagine if I built this grill by myself. This would have took me months. Okay, maybe not months. Maybe 1 month. Maybe longer. I don't know. But it's just not worth it for me to do it. Because number one, I'm not good at it. Number two, I don't know what I'm doing. Number three, I'm scared of grinders. Really am. They freak me out. And every time there's a grinder, I'm like, oh, I gotta stay away from it. I don't like grinders. And in here, you need to use grinders. So make sure when your guys do it, they have glasses. Glasses? Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. End of program. I know you learned a lot. Watch this again and join the Goat Gang. Join my mentorship group. It's really tight-knit. There's about 225 people in there right now, and we're all just crushing it. Get in, learn, and do your best to succeed. Because at the end of the day, if it's got to be, it's up to me. Peace.